Hey friends, welcome to my channel, Heidi Sonboul Home. Today I am in my daughter's room and I am deep cleaning the whole thing. I have been needing to do this for months because man, are little girls messy. I have raised two boys as well, and I can honestly say there are no words to explain how much messier a girl is versus a boy. Boys are messy too, don't get me wrong, but girls are so messy. Basically, she has torn this room upside down, and then the other day when I asked her brother to help her tidy up something in her room, I heard him say, just push it under your bed. Well, today, as I'm cleaning, you're gonna see that when I go underneath her bed, just stuff crammed underneath the bed. So, I'm doing a collab today with my friend Jenny from Cleaning Therapy. I will give you all the scoop on that a little bit later in this video, but just know that she's linked down below. Let's get cleaning. Let's get this room organized because holy smokes, have I been putting it off and dreading it for quite some time.
I had just finished my 5 a.m. morning workout. It's really the only time I can get up and have quiet time to work on my health goals and to try to get exercise in. And after I was done with that, I decided that I was going to go ahead and pull all her blankets and sheets off in her bedroom to get that started, because that stuff always takes so long. Even if I end up finishing her room really quickly, I'll be sitting around waiting for blankets to finish. And while I was down there and I got in that blanket and waiting for some of the other stuff, I went ahead and just wiped down my washer and dryer. I like to try to do this whenever I'm down there at least once a week to make sure the top of it stays nice and clean. Our cat loves to lay on top of the dryer when it's cold because it's a nice warm toasty place.
I've tried, written down the words to say, it is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel inside.
It is amazing how messy Barbie toys are, and I try really hard to always continue to eliminate things that I know she's not playing with or things that are just excess that needs to go. But over this last couple of months, just from little treats here and there, people giving things to her, it has gotten completely out of control. And so you're going to see me here just purging through some of her stuff, keeping the things that, you know, I know she's still playing with, because I don't like getting rid of things that she actually is playing with, but sometimes we just have too much. And when you have a room that's messy like this way too often, it means they have too much.
Doesn't show, but my nerves are inside out. It's because you're not worth less than perfection. Ooh, thought it was in my hands. Now I'm all confused, turning gold into sand.
Now today I'm teaming up with Jenny from Cleaning Therapy. You know how you see some of the channels here on YouTube and you just think that person's house looks way too perfect that it almost looks staged cleaning? That is definitely not Jenny, because she is the real deal. She has 3 kids and she's so practical when she cleans, and her goal is to have a beautiful clean home while she's also being so realistic at the same time. I personally also have 3 kids, and I know what it feels like trying to keep a house clean with 2 teens and a toddler. She is seriously so sweet and her home is so beautiful, so I hope you will go down to my description box, click her link at the end of my video, and check out her channel. You will be so impressed by how hard she works on her channel and just her cleaning motivation. I just think she is just the sweetest thing. And one other really cool thing to mention that Jenny is doing, Cleaning Your Way to Calm Challenge 2021. I'm going to give a link to that down in my description box. I will definitely be joining her for the bedrooms of April, because our bedrooms have just been so neglected. Our main living areas have been so much more cleaner and tidy, but our bedrooms definitely need some help. And if you're coming over from Ginny's channel, welcome. My name is Heidi Sonboul, and I actually have 4 channels. This is my home channel, and I love it here. I love working on my home and always trying to make it feel so cozy for my kids and my family. Again, that whole realistic cleaning. I want my kids to feel like this is their space, also while I keep an organized, tidy home. And if you haven't already, come on over to Instagram and say hi to me over there. I post all the time on my stories, and it's the quickest way to see what we're up to in the Sonboul home. Alright, remember earlier how I said Barbie stuff is just so much little teeny tiny things. Just always look at all of this stuff. These are the things that I was just finding all underneath her bed, all in all the bins, all mixed up. So I have this bin system. I came up with it over a year ago when I redid her room. I love these bins because I can section out things and it's really easy to clean them out, which is the reason why I was able to do it so quickly. I've been testing it out for a year and it has been successful when it comes to bulk cleaning her room and getting things done quick. So this is the deep clean part of her room. When I started moving back her dollhouse and this corner over here, I found look at how much stuff I'm picking up off the floor. Once I started pulling everything back, I could get back in there and vacuum and get these corners. I really wanted to make sure that everything was all cleaned and vacuumed back in this area. And then when I was back there, I thought, you know what? I'm going to move her furniture around and freshen up her space because I really do like doing that with little people. It makes them feel like their space is brand new and you didn't even really do a lot of effort other than just switching around their bed and a couple of things. And so while I was doing that, I realized, you know what, it's time to let go of this chair. You can see on the armrest that it had ripped. This has been a loved chair for so long. This is where we sit and read books with her and she sits. I've even caught her falling asleep on this one time. I mean, she just loves this chair, but it's just time to let it go because it's ripping. And then when I moved the chair, look at all the stuff that was behind that too. She would just take things and cram things back there. And by the way, I am so blessed to have willing kids to help clean. My kids are awesome. I cannot say it enough. I'm so proud of my teen boys. They're always willing to help me drag things around and move things. Now, it was kind of funny. I was trying to decide where to put her house. I don't like things being in front of my windows. And so I kept trying to figure it out. And then I just still didn't feel right that it looked good there. So I actually called in Miriam and asked her if she would like it there or if she would like it in another spot. And she knew exactly where she wanted it, which was originally I thought I was going to put it when we first moved it over by the door and the light switch. And she's just so funny. She is very particular. She knows what she wants. So I figured, well, we'll just go with it. I don't know how it happened, but somehow one of the loops on her curtain ripped. I can only imagine she was probably trying to swing from them at some point. She is so girly, but yet so tomboyish at the same time, which reminds me a lot of myself. I had 2 older sisters, then 3 brothers, and then myself. So I hung out a lot with my brothers, but I was also still girly from hanging out with my 2 oldest sisters.
I know my life will never be the same after that day. You wrap me around your fingers and you stay. I don't ever wanna be alone again.
So at this point, I'm just going to be going through all of her clothes. This was all the clean laundry I had inside this pile. I'd been holding on to it and just kept putting it in there every time I had more loads done, because I knew I needed to purge out a whole bunch of stuff that was either too warm for her to be wearing since we're going into the warmer weather. All of our snow has finished here in Missouri, unless nature decides to surprise us like it does sometimes. But everything is starting to warm up here, and so I'm just pulling out anything that is too warm. And then whenever I'm doing laundry, I always like to pull out all the shirts in one pile, all the pants in one pile, and then any like tank tops that I layer underneath shirts where I feel like it's exposing too much of her back. I really do believe in modesty, and so we really do practice that a lot here in our home, especially with her. I want her to respect her body, and so I have those extra tanks to layer stuff. Now you're going to see me talking because my boys were the best. They came in and asked if they could help. Bradley was helping sort through a bunch of the stuff that was on her bed. Calvin helped with that some too. And then when they were done doing those things, Calvin went over and helped organize the dollhouse. I told you, I have the best teenagers ever. They're always so willing to help, and they're just such good kids. I'm so grateful for them.
I know my life will never be the same after that day. You wrap me around your fingers and you stay. I don't ever wanna be alone again. Despite all, you're my best friend.
Now I will say I do really like pairing her clothes. So you're going to see all of her clothes in the coat hangers are really all of her clothes. So I like to pair a pant with a shirt or a short with a shirt, whichever the season will permit. And then I hang them all up so when she goes to pick out an outfit, I don't care what she wears because I already had input and I already paired them together. Over a year ago, I rebuilt this closet. It used to just be one straight bar across and it drove me nuts. So I went and picked up this bookshelf with these drawers from IKEA. Best investment ever. And I just built it and then put it back in and built a shelving system and some bars around it. I love this thing. It's so much better than what it was. Truly one of my favorite things is fresh bedding being put back on so that when you go to bed that night, everything feels so good and it smells nice. So while I was doing this, I realized that her actual pillow was missing. You're going to see her come back in a minute. She is such a goofball. You're going to see it on her head as she's walking in. Now, we had her bed over against the wall because a year ago, she still was a little too small and I would get so nervous. I would go in and check on her before I would go to bed and she would be like half hanging off the bed. And now that she's 5 going on 6, here she comes with the pillow in her head. She's such a nut. We just decided, well, I guess I decided, I was just too worried that she was going to roll off the bed when she was little, back when she was 4. And now she knows she's almost 6. So she'll be 6 this summer. I thought, well, she's a big enough girl that I can put it back and then make her be able to have this little area over here. She's so funny. She called this side over here where I'm actually standing her new dressing room area. One of the other areas that she got a hold of, and this was back around Christmas time, and I haven't had time to come in and do it yet. She got a hold of all of her hair stuff. It was down too low where she pulled it down and she was having a beauty day is what she told me, and just tossed everything, and I mean everything, upside down and made a huge mess with all of this stuff. I keep finding all her hair bands all over the place because when she did that, it was like she just had a party with them. I don't even know, you guys. It was so bad. So I got all of her hair stuff organized again, and then back over on her shelves, I was able to create a spot for her to use when we let her go out with us. If we go somewhere, we have a spot for her to be able to put her masks and be able to keep that all tidy too. And then for those that are new here, when we redid her room a while ago, I wanted her to have a place where she could get lost in her own little world, other than obviously playing with her toys, but with books. I love books. I am an advocate for children's books and getting them to imaginate and read and go to fun places in their minds. So I wanted her to be able to have this book wall for her. The shelves are from IKEA, and then the word books up above, I just DIY'd it and add some cute butterflies around it. I change those butterflies out whatever season is. Sometimes I'll put up leaves or bats or snowflakes. I like to always switch it around. So again, it's very imaginative. And then what we do is we do have a book collection. I keep that primarily downstairs in a cabinet. All the books up on the top shelf are the ones that we own, but all the other books are actually library books. And how I do that is we go to the library every 2 weeks and I check out like 50 books, 60 books, something crazy like that. My husband was standing there and he helped me before all of those books plopped me on my face. And then my son Calvin came in and showed me something that he was working on. He is majorly creative, so he was coming in to show me something. But anyway, I always end up checking out books every 2 weeks. We load it up with a bunch of new books, and so that way she always feels like there's something new to look at and exciting. It really does work well, and then that way we don't have a bunch of extra stuff all the time. All right, here is her room clean. I'm going to kick up the music at the end just so you can see how it all looks. I love her space when it's clean. It's such a girly, fun, imaginative space for her to have of her own.
I hope this video motivated you today to clean a bedroom that you have been avoiding, like I have been this one. The transformation from being super messy to how it is now makes my heart so happy. And I love that when she came in the room, multiple times by the way, she kept wanting to make sure I wasn't throwing anything away, which I did. There was some things that just had to go, and make sure I wasn't donating anything, which I also did. It's okay to let things go. Anyway, what a transformation, just letting stuff go and cleaning things and organizing. I am so back in love with this room. So is she, and moving the furniture around has also given her the opportunity to be able to have the room feel fresh again. I love moving furniture for that sole purpose. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go and check out Jenny. I'm linking her down below. And again, Jenny, thanks for teaming up with me today for this cleaning video. And until the next episode, bye friends.